Hello, I'd like to welcome Dr. Nick Thompson to join in the chatter that we're having about COVID-19 2020 at the moment. Nick, could you please introduce yourself? Just tell everybody who might not know who you are a little bit about yourself, please.
Sure. My name's Nick Thompson. I'm a vet and I've been a vet for 28 years. My practice is called holisticvet.co.uk and we do homeopathy, acupuncture, nutrition and herbal medicine for dogs and have been since 1999. So that's what we do. And for about the last 10 years or so, we've been doing more and more and more in the world of raw food nutrition, and that is really the thing that's driving my passion at the moment. Is finding health through raw food nutrition, which is absolutely fascinating and something that's just getting more and more popular every day.
Wonderful. So we're in this situation at the moment. Check the date of the video, everybody. At the moment, we've been told this is a pandemic, COVID-19. It's part of the coronavirus. It's a version of it, a type of it. What is your feelings about dogs? I mean, we've been told dogs cannot transmit it to us. Dogs don't have it. We can kiss and cuddle our dogs. Can we still do that, or should we be fearful? What's your thoughts?
My personal thought is that dogs cannot get COVID-19. They've got coronaviruses. There are other coronaviruses. There's one in cats, which gives them FIP, feline infectious peritonitis, but that's a whole other thing. Just as, there are different types of salmonella. Most types of salmonella won't affect you in the slightest. Okay, you just have to be careful about the bad ones. Okay, so for coronavirus, it doesn't affect dogs. There was a case apparently of a dog being affected by COVID-19, but I don't believe it. One dog on the whole planet, I just don't believe it.
That was in Hong Kong, and it was a Pomeranian that was 15 years old, and it tested twice mildly for something, they said, but there's been no other discussion.
It's just a story. It's a story to sell newspapers, so we don't believe that.
So
if that changes, we'll keep on top of it.
Yeah. So if we do ourselves, unfortunately, get it, and it feels very rough, got sore throat, cough, bit of flu, whatever it feels like, do we need to then take our pets out of the home, or do you think they're fine?
No, why would you? Because they're not going to get it. You know? There is no evidence that the pets are going to get it. On the contrary, I think having your pets there is really good for morale, for boosting morale. The only time you'd have to get a pet sitter of some sort, or look at family or friends or whoever, would be if you are so rough that you can't get out of bed, or God forbid you have to go to hospital. So I think making provision for if you are unable to attend to the dog's needs, then that is wise to do. But, you can get ill with all sorts of things.
Yeah, well, it's standard procedure. Yeah, standard procedure, really.
What would you do? What if you got run over? You don't panic about, oh my God, I might get run over tomorrow. Therefore, I'm going to, stock up the house or something like that. You don't. And I mean, there's this whole thing about everybody's buying up loads of tins of beans and loo roll and what have you. All the manufacturers and the supermarkets are saying, just take it easy. There is plenty of supplies. And therefore, I would say we are not going to run out of food. And equally, I can't see if the supermarkets can keep well stocked, I can't see why the pet food manufacturers won't be exactly the same.
Absolutely, and especially the fresh food manufacturers, the raw and fresh pet foods. I'm sure I've been assured by many of them that I've spoken to in US and UK that we're, please don't go crazy. We're just staying as we are. We might change things a bit. We might leave the box outside for you to get and not have to sign. But we'll send you a photograph of where we left. So we're changing things very slightly so you don't have to have those contacts. But I think it's really important to kind of relax about it. What do you feel about this whole herd immunity situation?
I mean, what I've heard about herd immunity is people are saying, oh, you can't have herd immunity without a vaccine. No, herd immunity comes, I think it was first described with rinderpest, which is a viral disease that they get in cattle in Africa. And it's basically once enough animals have got the virus, got over the virus, and are therefore immune, you have herd immunity. So herd immunity is nothing to do with vaccination. That's the number one thing. It's to do with having had the disease, coming through it, and then you're immune. Yeah, just like if you have measles, you're then immune from measles for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So that's it. You know.
I've had a couple of emails myself this week. People saying, I titer test my dog routinely, and I'm worried that if I take them to the park, they're going to get something extra because there's, sometimes that paranoia sets in. There's something weird in the air. So people that ordinarily have had a titer test that says that their pets have immunity, then they want to rush out and go and get a booster or start again because they're panicking that they think there's something in the air that dogs are going to get again. What's your advice on that one?
No, nothing's changed for dogs.
Yeah.
So
and cats.
Keep calm, carry on.
Yeah.
The dogs, don't even worry about yourself. Work on yourself, work on your immunity, get out, get some fresh air. If you're worried, stay away from people. Take your dog for a walk. It's a great opportunity for you to get fitter, for the dog to get fitter, because, if you're self-isolating for 14 days, they're not saying stay in your house. You can take your dog for a walk.
Yeah.
Okay? Just avoid crowds. And if you do chat to people, maybe just keep your distance. It's only for 14 days during that self-isolation period, but there really is no need to panic.
Yeah. So what sort of things would you suggest people do to boost their own immune systems? What sort of things do you do?
Own immunity. Well, I'm not a doctor, so don't listen to what I say.
No, but just your personal, what you would do.
Yeah. Well, I've just done an Instagram post on Holistic Vet UK, and the very clever James Di Nicolantonio has put two recommendations how to acutely boost your immune system, and he's saying elderberry.
Oh yeah.
Spirulina, vitamin C, N-acetylcysteine, NAC, and glycine. Okay, and these are all things that you can order from Amazon or you can get from the chemist or whatever it might be. And that's really wonderful. If you want to give your body a short, sharp burst, maybe coming down with a bit of a sniffle, then those would be really wonderful. I'll just read those out again. Elderberry, spirulina, vitamin C, NAC, N-acetylcysteine, and glycine. Okay, so that's for acute immune boost. You take that over a week or two, just give you
just a short burst. Don't have to take it forever.
a boost.
Yeah.
For more long term, to help your immune system long term, he's saying make sure you're eating plenty of food with zinc and copper content.
Oh yeah.
And a really great answer. Well, spirulina is going to help you with those for zinc and copper, but also. Seaweed is very good with zinc and copper, and also leafy greens. But you know what? Leafy greens is the answer to practically everything. Every question.
And they're probiotic. They are probiotic just by coming out of the earth. They are probiotic, aren't they? So they're fabulous. I love greens.
So.
Any brassicas I love.
Brassicas are fabulous. So chlorella. Beta glucans,
mushrooms.
Selenium again, leafy greens, seaweeds, great green vegetables. You cannot get enough green vegetables in this lifetime. Really go to town on that. And what they're saying is that in the supermarkets, what's running out are the tins and the pasta. Okay, there's loads of greens there.
There's loads of fresh food everywhere. What are you doing, you crazy fools? Yeah, I know.
It is totally ridiculous. So fresh food. This is your opportunity to change your diet for the better. Okay, and if your dog is on raw, or fresh food, and you're doing a good variety, they're probably eating better than you. So come on, pull your socks up and get some.
Join in. I always say eat as well as your dog. Yeah. So I think something we were talking about as well is if you are running low or there's a reason why you, just for those people who've got that mentality of, it's apocalyptic and we've all got to worry and we're in a zombie apocalypse and all the rest of it. If there is someone, just to put someone's mind at rest, say they did have to switch from a raw, fresh food diet, whole living foods, which you and I both recommend wholeheartedly, if you did
Sure.
have to switch to something that you felt in your heart was inferior, like a kibble, you know, I can't suggest any kibble because they're all the same to me. But anyway, that's another story.
I agree. A kibble, you know, a good kibble. That's a contradiction in terms.
Yeah.
However, let's just talk about that. I just need to finish the recommendations.
Oh, sorry, I went over you. Sorry,
no,
go on.
you're fine. You're fine. We're getting excited here. So there are 5 things James Nicolantonio is recommending, and so it's zinc and copper,
Yep.
chlorella, beta-glucans, selenium, and vitamins A and D. Make sure you're getting plenty of vitamins A and D. Okay.
So get some mushrooms in your diet, which is good.
Yes, mushrooms,
some
get some
shiitakes.
greens, and order in some supplements from a reputable food manufacturer. I like Solgar,
Yeah.
and I like what are they called? Not Natural Instinct, because that's a dog food. Let me think. Hang on a second. I'll just the supplement company. Bear with me. I'll just look.
Natural Health, not them.
It was Higher Nature.
Oh, right, yes.
So the company, a really reliable company, and they'll post out to you. I'm buying from them all the time for the practice. It's called Higher Nature, and they're a really good company. They do echinacea, and they do all the things that are on the James Nicolantonio's list. Okay.
Right.
So
Is there different types of echinacea? Is there different types?
Yes, there is. There's 2 types. And you need to get from a reputable supplier to get the right type.
Right.
I could look and tell you what they're called. I used to have it on the tip of my tongue, but I make up. I basically make up the really high potency one with the cheaper one to bring the price down.
Yeah.
And that's the echinacea that we use in the practice. The other thing I was going to tell you about was I have been sent some information. Let me just look here, Rowan. Here we go. Let's have a look. Andrographis.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a herb which is reputed to have specific action against coronavirus type infections.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Andrographis paniculata.
Wow.
In India, they call it chiretta leaf, Chiretta. Andrographis, if you're talking to any herbal suppliers or something, Andrographis. Andrographis is the stuff. It's a very safe herb to use, and older people can use it, and it may have a protective effect. I'm reliably informed.
Wow.
Who knows? Because it's new. COVID-19. It's a new virus, but it will definitely help with immunity, and so that would be really useful thing to use. Yeah.
So if we did go down that route of using a kibble or something, if we were in an apocalyptic state, what dry herbs or herbs could we grab from the supermarket shelf? Gently and kindly and slowly, what could you get to
good. Okay, so the herbs that I would be looking at, the first one is not even at the supermarket. Nettles. Yeah. Right. So when you take the dog for a walk, even if you're in isolation, you go and pick some nice fresh tips of nettles, and you can take those home and just wilt them really gently in a bit of steam, and you can feed that to yourself and to the dog, packed with anti-inflammatories, antihistamine, chemicals within it, and very, very full of minerals and vitamins. So they're really, really good and cost you nothing. If you're looking at herbs, basically all herbs will be beneficial. You cannot get enough herbs. In Scandinavia, they say, don't come to me telling me you're ill if you've got sage in your garden.
Right.
Okay, so sage is very, very, very good for all aspects of health.
Yeah.
And I would be for the next few months or for the rest of your life, use more herbs in your cooking. Give more herbs to the dog. I always say nuts, herbs, and seeds to dogs, whether you're feeding fresh or whether you're feeding raw. Nuts, herbs, and seeds. So herbs, anything and everything. The only things to not even worry about, to avoid would be, don't feed any dog on macadamia.
No.
Because I'm told they are toxic to dogs. And the other thing is, don't give rosemary to epileptic dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we're going to avoid onions,
chocolate, and that stuff.
Garlic to dogs is good. It's very good for the immune system. Don't give loads. I would give a 30-kilo Labrador, say, about one medium-sized clove, not a bulb, but a clove. Okay. So garlic is amazing. All herbs, all herbs, as much as you can get into them.
So even if they could just get hold of some dried parsley in a little tub, that would be good, wouldn't it? Everything. Yeah. When you go to the supermarket, there's always herbs available there. And if you've got a bit of ground, then just dig it up and start and plant some seeds. Okay. In 2 months. They'll be through. This is the growing season. So if you plant mint, by the way, plant it in, but sink a bucket into the ground and plant it in there. Otherwise, mint will take over everything. Yeah, we have
which is
mint
not a terrible
garden.
thing.
We have a whole mint garden, actually.
And it's unbelievably good. So herbs, take as much as you can.
And also apart from nettles starting to grow now at this time of the year, as we head into April, we've got sticky willy or cleavers. They're good, aren't they?
Cleavers and lymphatics. They're good for having really strong lymphatics. Yes.
That's
really
some
good.
things.
I'm trying to think of other in the autumn. If it lasts that long, berries are very, very, very healthful. And from the supermarket, you can get berries. The cheapest way to get berries is in the freezer section. So go straight to the freezer section. Be careful though with your. So these are for you and for your dog. Be careful in the freezer section. The berries that they don't contain any grapes. Obviously, grapes are a no-no for all dogs. Okay.
I think that's really wise as well. And you can make up a smoothie.
That's good for you and for the dog. Make up a smoothie with the dog, containing herbs, containing spirulina, chlorella, greens, berries, bit of echinacea, herbs, whatever you've got. Andrographis, you can put some andrographis in there. That would be really, really good. Now, you're going to say to me, what dose of andrographis are we going to go with? It depends whether you get how strong the formulation is.
Right.
But generally speaking, with herbs, we would dose a 30-kilo dog the same as a 70-kilo human. Okay, so if on the side of your bottle of andrographis powder in capsule form, if on the bottom of that it says to one capsule twice a day for a human adult, that would be the same then as one capsule twice a day for your 30-kilo Labrador. If you've got a 15-kilo collie or Springer or something, then you just give half that dose. If you've got a 7.5 kilo a dog, then you would give 1/3 of that dosing.
But really and truthfully, some advice as well. I think if you're having fresh food yourself and you're worried about feeding your dogs, or you could always give them bar eating loads and loads of carbs, but more or less if you're eating a bit of meat and some veggies, you can share, right? It's not the end of the world.
Definitely. No, that's totally good. And if you've just run out of food and you're going to come out of isolation in 3 days, just feed the dog as you're eating yourself. But hopefully maybe even better.
Exactly.
Than feeding yourself. We were talking about what foods would we go for if there was some reason why we couldn't get fresh or raw food. And my thought would be going for freeze-dried.
Yes, good idea.
Freeze-dried foods would be really good. They stay on the shelf. You can buy them in now, just in case you run out of fresh or raw. But let's face it, if you've got a freezer full of raw food for the dog, then, you're going to be in isolation for 2 weeks. So, you only need to have enough in the freezer for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't think that to panic.
Yeah.
So my first thought would be, this is a bit like feeding for holidays. And what I say to people, the first thing to go for is dried or freeze dried.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first thing. Then I would go for more ambient. These are the kind of the pouchy type products. Nature's Menu do food in pouches. They do even their tins are not bad at all.
Yeah.
They do tins. Which are kind of
Rockstar is very good. I've eaten that.
Rockstar is amazing.
Yeah, I've eaten that a few times myself.
Amazing.
It's a great topper as well. It's very expensive, but you get what you pay for. It's bio organic. Yeah.
Yeah, Rockstar is amazing stuff. Yeah. And the other one is Fourth Glade. That's much more affordable. Fourth Glade, the tubs. Yeah. So I wouldn't go kibble unless it was.
I don't think it's necessary. I think people think it's like this, and if you are going to do that, then at least hold some back in the freezer if you open it, or hold some back in the fridge at least. It's very, very important that you don't just open it, leave it on the side and just scoop out. Because,
the other thing is if you're going to be changing your dog's food, you don't really want to be doing that in the middle of a crisis situation. No. So whatever you think you are going to move to, if you're in isolation or you can't get out of the house or something like that, make sure you try it now when you're in good fettle. Yeah. Because you don't want surprises when you're feeling really rough.
Yeah. So that leads us nicely on to the next segment that I want to ask you about. When do we, some vets are doing, on here we've talked to Dr. Judy Morgan, where they are starting to do curbside type, take your dog in and, so you don't have to go and practice. They're trying to limit contact and stuff for people's fears and whatever. I know you're open and carrying on as normal. However, if people are worried, what are the sort of signs, general advice for you need to go to the vet, really? You need to go.
Okay. So for me, my practice is going to stay open through the entire crisis and beyond. Okay. That is my commitment. So the only reason that I couldn't do any form of medicine would be that if I can't get out of bed. Yeah. Okay. So we are here for our clients. That is an absolute. Yeah. So if you think about when would you go to the vet or not, a really good rule of thumb would be if your dog has done something, has had a little cut or has got a bit of a cough or something like that, what you've got to do that is turn that around and say, if that was me, would I be going to the doctor? Okay, so if your dog's got a tiny cut and a little bit of blood, you've got to say, would I go to the doctor for that? And if the answer is no, then you could probably get away with not going. I imagine that if things get really bad within vet practices, they will do something so that people come in one way and then go out another way, and there's nobody hanging about in the waiting room or something like that. The other alternative, of course, is the vet may come and visit you, and I think that's probably a very good option.
Yeah, sensible.
There are some mobile vets, and there's Sasha. You remember Sasha Elias? She does mobile nursing.
She does,
so I think good. This is a good time to check out your mobile vets. There's Armstrong Mobile Vets towards Berkeley Way in Gloucestershire. They're a great bunch. And there's another mobile vet down near Bude Way. But have a look at the local vets. There's also Alistair Greenaway, who is a mobile acupuncturist, which is fabulous if your dog is a bit creaky. But he works kind of London, Windsor way. So he's a good man to know. But now's the time to do your homework. Yeah. So you know what's going to happen, whatever the eventuality. Yeah, I think if you have to self-isolate, then fine. You just fill the freezer for a couple of weeks and you're good to go. Yeah. If you get ill, then typically you're going to be ill for 1 to 2 weeks. I doubt you're not going to be able to get out of bed for 1 to 2 weeks. Some people will, but they're probably better off in hospital, in which case that's a whole other
situation. Yeah,
exactly right.
Which is something we all have to think about anyway. We all have to have those contingencies. If you get run over or you get hit by a truck,
you're going to be out of action for a bit, and something's going to have to happen to the dog. So talk to your neighbours. If you've got good neighbours, say, right, if anything happens to me, I'll look after your dog. If I'm really rough, if you can do the same for me, and then we're good to go. It's really, really old. I'm surprised that we're having to have this conversation, because in the good old days, you have to go back 50 years, this would not be a conversation.
No.
It's like everybody in a whole road knows each other, and they would look out for each other.
Sure.
How did we get through the war? Because everybody looked out for everybody else. And that is, I think that COVID is going to perhaps change minds, and it's going to bring us together, make us more responsible for our own health, for the health of the community. It's quite nice that arms manufacturers in the UK are being asked to divert their processes to making ventilators. Okay. And so
the fast Rolls-Royce as well.
The
fast Rolls-Royce as well.
Fabulous. See, they're doing a lot of great stuff, but because all the aeroplanes are out, what are Rolls-Royce going to do?
Maybe they'll second. Do you think they'll second vets in to do something? Because obviously you can take blood. Well, you couldn't. You don't like blood, do you?
I don't like human blood, guys.
This is brilliant.
It's pathetic. I couldn't take blood. I
You
could
are
if
Doc
I had to.
Martin.
In an emergency.
This is funny.
In an emergency, I could take blood from you or from whoever. Okay, but I would not choose to do it in a million years. I when I was a kid, I had loads of teeth out, and I was jabbed intravenous jabs. They used to do it in the dentist's seat. And I just had one too many needles when I was a kid,
and it just put you off.
So I'm completely phobic now, which really breaks my heart, because giving blood is a really fantastic thing, and I'd love to do it, but I'm such a baby, I can't cope with the needle. Seriously.
We'll have to take you along for some hypnotherapy. Something we haven't talked about, and I think we should touch on, is the fact that unless you've got a dog that has a pre-existing illness, or it's hypoglycemic, whatever, you've got a little tiny chihuahua, whatever, be careful. But most dogs, I've got chihuahuas, all these dogs here. I've got a lot of dogs here, as we know. Something we haven't spoken about, and unless you've got a dog that is, has a pre-existing health condition that is, contraindicative, anyway, that word, or hypoglycemic, or a little chihuahua, is fasting. So if you can't get out of bed for 24 hours and you can't feed your dog for 24 hours, they will not die.
Oh, God, no, absolutely not. If you think of it, in the wild, dogs will eat 3-4 times a week. Fasting, it will infinitely do them no harm. Okay. Some dogs get hunger pukes, but we did speak about that yesterday, in that I think now is the time to start doing variable time feeding. Don't feed at the same time every day, because otherwise you get this incredible psychological build-up, and I think that's got a lot to do with the hunger pukes thing.
I think it has as well, and the 17 pets that I have here in my house, I never get woken up at 6 a.m. That when I see people say, "Oh, my dog wakes me up and he wants his food," so I've never had that in my life ever.
We're
just very chill. We're just very chill when we eat when we're hungry. And sometimes we eat really late at night, and then we don't want to eat at 7 o'clock in the morning. You shouldn't anyway. So it's about managing those expectations all the time, isn't it? So you and I both have a similar feeling about this.
Totally.
And I think, we've got blue skies today. We're filming, and it feels like a new era. Have you got blue skies? We've got lovely blue skies.
Yeah, the sun is shining through here. You can probably see it.
And I feel quite bright and healthy and vibrant, and soaking up that vitamin D and all the rest of it, which our pets can't do, by the way. Our dogs and cats. But we feel that it's actually quite good for us, because it's making us think about, have that inner monologue of not saying, "Oh, I haven't been on Facebook. Oh, I haven't done this, I haven't done that," rather than thinking about yourself, going for a walk.
It's an opportunity to concentrate on health.
Yeah.
That is the subtext of COVID. Everybody's saying death and destruction.
Yeah.
Actually, no. The positive message from COVID is that we have a responsibility to ourselves and to our dogs to be as healthy as possible. And if it takes COVID to get people to think in those ways, then I think that's a good thing. I wouldn't wish COVID on any susceptible risk group at all.
Yeah.
But most of us, it's not going to be a major disease. But my heart goes out to those people who are ill or who have immune conditions, whatever it might be, and they are more susceptible. I think it would be a very scary time for them.
But for the majority of us, I think, not worrying about the panicking and the toilet roll. None of us get the toilet roll thing. I think I must have repeated it a million times. No one gets it. No one gets it. But hey ho, it's what's happening, and we'll live through it. I might go collecting leaves in a minute. Who knows?
I think it's a great idea. Yeah, it is. It's a great idea to. Yeah, I think it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to learn, to read, to communicate, and to be more healthy. Yeah, that's what's going to stop you having a bad run-in with COVID. Is being as healthy and has a vibrant immune system. That's what's to concentrate on now. Yeah, don't rely on your doctor to give you that, because that's not their job. They're dealing with sick people.
Yeah.
Let's make ourselves healthier. Let's make our dogs healthier.
And I think as well, if you keep looking on the internet, on social medias, and you've got like the Daily Fail coming up in your news feed and all this, it's just going to make you. You're just going to think, it's just the paranoia. Just take breaks away from that and be with your dog.
Yeah, quite. Take your dog. If you're worried, take your dog for a walk. Go get out and get some fresh air, even if it's peeing with rain. Just get out and be healthy. Yeah? Be healthy. It's a really strong message, and that is the positive message that I think we need to emphasize. That's what this is all about.
Our minds have got a lot to do with our health.
Totally. There is a thing, actually, which you'll know about, Emma, called psychoneuroendocrinoimmunology.
It's my favourite thing that you talk about.
So psycho means what your mind, okay? Psycho, neuro means your nervous system. Psycho, neuro, endocrino means your hormone system, and immunology is obviously your defenses. Okay, and what you think in your mind affects your nervous system, which affects your hormones, which affects your immune system. But equally, your immune system will affect how you think and how you feel. So by thinking positively and constructively, that's going to have a really positive effect. Okay? Most of us are going to get COVID-19, and that's just the end of it, and that's it. And so you're going to get it. So but you've got a few weeks now to get healthy. Let's go for it. Put a few things in place, and don't stop relaxing. Stop worrying. Just work for the positive. And look after your neighbours. Yeah,
absolutely. If they need a bag of shopping,
totally.
Go and do that. So look, thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure as always, and I think I need to get you back. I just thought, I need a new interview with you now, and you've just reminded me of that. So we'll have to do that.
Really happy. And Emma, I think I speak to you more than I speak to my wife these days, but it's an absolute pleasure. Thank you. And you're doing great work. Well done you for raising the awareness of people to COVID-19. I think it's going to be a really, it's going to be solace to them. And hopefully if we can get people to calm down and think positive, think healthy about COVID, then I think you have done everyone a favour. Well done you.
Well, thank you very much. I'll give myself a little clap. Well done, Em. Thank you very much. Welcome, Dr. Nick Thompson. We've just done a interview with you, and as part of COVID-19 Don't Panic exercise video together. Tell us a bit about where people can find you, because that's really important. So where can we find you?
Bless you. Thank you very much. During these times of COVID-19, movement and going to work and all that kind of stuff is going to be a bit more difficult, but the internet is still working. So you can find me on ZedNet. On my website is holisticvet.co.uk, holisticvet.co.uk, but I've also got a Facebook page, which is Holistic Vet Limited, and I've also got Dr. Nick Thompson. which is another Facebook group page, which I need to do more with, and I will. There's going to be lots of information going up there. And also on the Instagram, I'm on Holistic Vet UK. So you can come and follow me there. I'm trying to post every single day. And just finally, every Wednesday at 8 o'clock GMT, Greenwich Mean Time.
Raw, Jojo, raw.
Jojo on Raw.
That's it.
Yeah, we hope Jojo on Raw. Well done, Emma.
I tune in 8 p.m. on a Wednesday.
It's great fun. It's to alleviate your midweek blues.
Happy hump day.
Some of my friends are joining in, and they're saying they love it. They either laugh or they really enjoy it.
It's good fun. Yeah.
Even my buddies who think, whatever. So. This week we've got Greg Van Praat, who is Mr. Benefit Natural, and he's going to talk to us about manufacturing during a crisis and the manufacture of raw food, which I think is going to be absolutely fascinating.
Yeah.
And we do that every Wednesday. We either have question and answer, or I get some really, really interesting people in. In fact, Emma, I'd like to officially invite you to come on to...
Oh, you don't want me. We're just natter about all the other stuff.
I know, but we will. But that's the whole idea.
Thank you very much. All right.
Would you like to do it? We'll organise a time in the next few weeks.
Sorry.
No. It's
not my thing. I don't like being on video and stuff. I'm so shy. Thank you very much. I accept the offer. Thank you. That'd be lovely.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's what we're doing. And
what's your email? How do we get in touch with you if we want to email you and ask you a question about consult or something?
Dr.nick@holisticvet.co.uk. That's a new one, so I'm just going to check it. Yeah, drnick@holisticvet.co.uk.
Fabulous.
dr.nick, N-I-C-K.
So you're still
.co.uk.
So sorry, I talked over you twice. Then go and say it again.
So it's Dr. Nick, dr.nick@holisticvet.co.uk. Thank you, Emma.
You're not closing. You're carrying on.
We are totally not. We are positively striding from healthy foot to healthy foot into this pandemic with great love and commitment and compassion to our patients and our clients. I've just put an Instagram post saying, unless I'm in bed and I can't get out of bed, I'm going to be there for people. We can do telemedicine. We can work through Skype, through telephone. So it's almost.
And you're still sending out medications and things that people need. It hasn't stopped. We
can send out meds to you or to your vet very easily, and we're on top of it. We're ready, and we're feeling good. We're feeling healthy. Health is what we do. So
and I happen to know you have a lot of soap if people are running out.
Yes.
So you stop Mrs. Dermadog. You stop Dermadog, don't you?
I'm married to Mrs. Dermadog, and she's got loads. She literally, it's only just come off the kitchen table. We could not see we've got a big kitchen table. Couldn't see it for soap, but that's all been packaged away. She's got loads and loads because she was preparing for the
Edition Dog.
Edition Dog Live, so she had loads and loads of soap, shampoos all organised. Yeah. But that's not going ahead now. So she's got loads. Yeah.
It is. It's going ahead they've moved the date till the end of August.
Yeah, but all this stock needs. It's going to be
it needs. So so I'm definitely going to be ordering myself some soap. So I need to get Mrs. Dermadog on next to have a chat on the live.
Yes, that would be really good. So dermadog.co.uk for really great soap. It genuinely is good. I use it. I use the dog soap on myself, and we actually use it on the kids. So this is a soap. This is me doing a blatant plug.
Well, how'd you make my hair?
This is a soap tested on children for dogs.
Fabulous.
Which is quite cool.
Do you like that? Florian's laughing. He's going, yeah, that's good. All right, thank you so much, Dr. Nick. And hopefully we'll see you in Holistic Dog Care at some point. This is going to go on YouTube, so hello. You can see us over there or any of the other channels. It will be linked. So thank you very much.
Totally amazing. Keep up the good work, Emma. Take care. Bye.